welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a little rambling on the way to work. This is part 2 of the PV3 tune. I just put a new tune on here today. This is a tune that ends with the number 7 from Dynojet, but it's for shorty slip-ons and stock exhaust. And I just did the tune today, and I'm on my way to work now. And I can tell you there is a slight lead. You can notice the difference right off the bat when I'm just touching the accelerator a little bit, just turning the throttle. Even at low RPMs, easy takeoff, it feels a lot smoother. It already feels like it's trying to pull a little bit harder. So that's pretty good. I'm still running the stock intake, and of course I'm running the Crusher Maverick exhaust. But so far this tune, I already noticed just from this couple miles of riding I've done, this thing's already starting to feel like it's pulling harder. The throttle feels like it's a lot more responsive. So far this seems to be a good tune. I know I wasn't really all that happy with the tune that Fuel Moto sent me a couple weeks ago when I got the PV3. But this one so far, I already noticed this one came straight from Dynojet. And I already noticed the difference on it, so I'll give this one a 5 stars right off the bat, just from responsiveness and everything on the bike, how much it woke it up. And it's the tune is supposed to be giving it 7 more foot-pounds of torque over stock, and it's also supposed to be giving it 15 horsepower. And if you watch my last video, the tune that Fuel Moto gave me was only 2 foot-pounds of torque and like 12 horsepower. But I can tell you, I don't know about the horsepower. I'm obviously not going to feel that much more. But I can tell you 7 foot-pounds of torque feels a lot more responsive than a little like 2 more foot-pounds. Oh yeah, I definitely noticed that. I got up over 5,000 RPMs on there again. This thing starts pulling. So that's pretty good. I've been lucky enough just to test it out, passing a couple people so far. I do need to watch my speed though. I'm getting a little bit carried away. But the bike actually feels like it wants to really go. It's trying to cruise at 70 and a 55 right now. So I'm saying I definitely recommend the PV3 at this point for your Indian Scout 60. I imagine on the regular Scout and the Scout Bobber, it's got to be amazing on those. I mean, them bikes are already putting out more power than this anyway. But that's definitely 5 stars on this review today. Definitely a big difference. I can't wait till I get a chance to switch out the filter now, the air intake. My plan is to go with an S&S intake unless I see otherwise something else. But at this point, I think I'm going to end up doing the S&S intake probably at some point toward the end of summer. But that should make a huge difference. I mean, even Dynojet, when I talked to them, I had emailed them back and forth, and that's when they sent me this new tune. They said their biggest change is going to be with the air intake and that, so that's good. I can't wait to try that out. I'm going to wait till probably toward the end of summer though. So we got that West Virginia Motovlogger meetup coming up here at the end of the month, and I want to do some testing and stuff, especially with like fuel mileage. I know with the last tune I had in here, I did that Friday ride day a little over a week ago. And I know my fuel mileage, it was averaging like 53 almost. That's when I went from basically a full tank to a little bit more than about a gallon left. But 53 is pretty good. I can't complain about 53 at all. We'll have to see how this tune is. My plan is to ride to work every day this week. Of course, I only work 3 days, so hopefully I can do some testing with fuel mileage. Of course, I'm kind of getting on it hard today, so that's not going to be a great test, but I know if I start doing a little bit more responsible acceleration, we'll see how it goes. But we'll see how it goes over the next 3 days, maybe riding back and forth to work. Of course, that's always a mix of back roads and the highway. And generally on the highway, I do 75 to 80. So we'll test out how it goes. And just to make a note of it too, I'm running 91 octane, ethanol free, which is better for your bike anyway. Granted, it costs $3.68 a gallon, but I'm only going to use 2 gallons going back and forth to work, so still better than my Kia Sportage. I've only been on the highway a couple miles. So far it seems alright. I don't really notice any difference at highway, but I've been trying to cruise at like 75, but I gotta get this more moved to move the hell out of the way. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up now. I'm almost at work, and like I said, the Dynojet PV3 with the I'll call it the number 7 tune, which technically it's my second tune, but whatever. It ends with a 7. I like it. So far I've noticed no issues with it. And as far as cruising and stuff on the highway, actually I'm going about 78. It's pretty smooth. It's about as smooth as a Indian Scout 60 you can get, I guess. But almost to work, and I guess I'll talk to everybody later. Bye for now. Hot dogs at Harley Davidson, huh? Ask me about my wiener.